Perfect.
So we're going to bring some love first. We're going to bring light. It's a bit dark in the room at the moment.
Oh, you want me to make it lighter?
No. I mean, like, we want to bring some light. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you get some light in the lives. Because at the moment, first of all, welcome to another episode of the Murph Mitise Show, special edition.
With beer.
With beer, right? Because we have just been told we're going to shut down. Lockdown.
In this next song, you must march around the room. Here we go.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just sit down in the chair.
Adelaide gone shut down. Like, for those in other states, we envy you now.
Yeah, because we were the King Dick state.
We were the King Dick state. We were the Freedom state.
Now we're the Dunce.
Now we're the Dunce. We've lost our shit. Okay. So if we look a little bit haggard in the eyeballs, the last 2 days have been hectic.
Well, for me, I was a bit
Say it,
concerned.
man. Fucking say it. What's up?
So I woke up on Saturday morning with a bit of a tickle on the throat. I thought,
You did.
you know what? It could just be because I had the air conditioner on. We're good.
Yeah.
Went to work, did my shit.
You told me at the gym.
Bit here, maybe a bit tired. It's like, you know what? You got COVID.
I was like, fuck it.
I'm like, don't be an idiot. I'm fine. Over the rest of the day, started getting a bit nasal. Still got the nasal now. You can probably hear that in the voice. Got a bit nasal. I'm good. Just a cold. Don't worry about it.
But you actually thought you might have though.
It wasn't till like
the media
Monday. Media Monday happened.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, fuck. I think I might actually have something here. It's not really going away. It's getting a bit worse. I'm looking at the symptoms. Oh shit. Jump on TV and like, okay, what's going on here? Josh, I might have a corona.
I got like multiple text messages from Murph, which is unheard of.
And I don't watch media. I don't watch TV.
No, you don't.
I don't look at news because most of it's bullshit. Let's be honest, or scaremongering, and it's scaremongered me.
It's scaremongered you. So then you got the test.
Fucking horrible.
You locked yourself down for 2 days after the test.
Pretty almost, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a day and a half.
And then I saw you, and I said, "How'd the test go?"
Dude, it's so bad. They stick this iron prod up your nose. It's not really iron. It feels like there's molten lava going up your nose. It's not nice. Like my eyeball was bawling. Just one, not both, just one. I lost taste for I don't know.
But that's a symptom of the Rona, though.
Exactly. That's what scared me more. I got a symptom from seeing the testing site. So, yeah.
And came back negative.
After like 29, 30 hours.
That's why we're here.
Waiting.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here right now.
You wouldn't be here.
No, that's fair. I
I was
wouldn't be
positive.
here.
So I'm negative. Yeah. We good.
We were stressing.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to not having the Rona.
No Rona.
Now,
but
you go.
Here we are, drinking, having it's commiseration beer?
I'm kind of not sure. Right?
Okay, so basically we've been locked down for 6 days. We can't leave the house as of midnight tonight. So
that's why I was like, bro, get beers ready. I'm coming around.
Last little hurrah before 6 days of lockdown.
We're gonna film some shit. I'm gonna play some Mortal Kombat, and then I'm gonna go home and not see you for 6 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we are now.
Yeah.
We thought while we're doing this little catch up, let's get in front of the camera and do something.
Give light to the people.
Yeah. So what's your light you're shedding?
Well, there's no shedding. I just want to be like, like people, it can be a shitty time. Some people working, some people not working still. Obviously the last, 6 hours, it's been, since Monday, shut the gyms. And then,
was Monday the shut?
On Monday when they announced it.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday it was like, things happening, and then today, obviously Wednesday.
Now it's locked.
Shut down, so I was kind of expecting it. So it's been a pretty hectic couple of days. I've been like midnight emails to my members and messages and all that kind of stuff, organising all that. And then yesterday and then today, right? So I don't know if it's a commiseration or it was kind of like a relief. We're just chilling. We know what the plan is.
Yeah. At least now we know.
Yeah. And so the light is like, if you're watching this or you listen to this and you're in Adelaide right now, we want to bring some love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. We all in this. Get get this shit sorted.
Thanks to Stephen Marshall.
Thanks, Steve Marshall.
Thanks to
Professor Spurrier. Yeah.
Thanks to Deeds Brewing.
Deeds Brewing.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers to you.
So basically, I was gonna say, like, last time we were in lockdown, we did the Zoom chats.
We did a few of them, didn't we?
We did. And I want to
Hodgie. Go back and check the Hodgie one, because
That's good.
still Hodgie would have to be one of my favourite interviewees I've had. Like, we've had some crackers, don't get me wrong.
We've had some crackers.
With Gabby, with one we're going to release at some point soon. With
Contact coming up.
With we named it.
Yeah, we saw it. I put up my story the other day.
Okay, cool. With Kote, with Jenna, great.
Yeah.
Hodgie's still one of my favourites.
Yeah.
He was cool. So
That was
we've
cool.
got 2 of those. Check them out.
We are also going to have, and we do plan on having Jenna and Kote in again. There's more shit to happen. But in the future, we'll get to that in a little bit. So what's going to go like, all right, what are you thinking now? What are your plans for the next 6 days? How are you going to approach it? Knowing there's probably going to be 14 days to a month plus, right? Depending on what the numbers go, right? So last time we were having our Zoom chats, I was away, you were here, kind of like doing Zoom camps and whatnot. I'm kind of approaching this one a bit differently, but what are you doing?
Look, Zoom, I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
It ran its purpose for me. It gave me something to do. Still, it was a pivot, but now I'm going to pivot away from it again because I just didn't enjoy it.
You pivoted to it, and then we got back and then pivoted away from it.
To use a basketball term, I did the pivot
then
and
you
then
got away.
reverse pivot
Yep.
to get away.
I like it.
Just because, look, I enjoyed it as a novelty in the beginning, but then I got bored of it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm still bored of it, even though I haven't used it for how many weeks.
It's like just trauma. Like,
It's
triggered. I just don't want to hear about it.
It's like for me, I can't eat kangaroo after I competed in bodybuilding.
Yeah, okay.
I still can't eat kangaroo because I had so much
Did you
of
do
it back then.
bodybuilding?
Yes, you know this. So I still can't eat kangaroo.
Yep,
I
fair.
still can't do Zoom.
Yeah, fair.
Kangaroo Zoom, same level.
Fair. I get it.
You get it.
I'm going through this right
You
now.
are.
This is like going from coffee to beers. That's where we're at.
You wait till he just explodes in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely know Zoom. I've got some clients doing one-on-one sessions with me via just, we're probably going to use like WhatsApp or voice, not voice, video calls.
Use voice calls? What's this new age
that's
thing you're
new.
talking about?
Doing video calls just via the phone. So we'll probably do some of that stuff. But I mean, to be honest, most of my clients like the one-on-one approach and they prefer that over anything else.
Yep.
So programs are going to be where it's going to go. I'm going to send out programs, they're going to do that.
Yeah.
We've both chucked something up on Instagram for just getting some programs out there to athletes.
I want to light the gram up next 6 days.
Just go nuts on it.
Like when I'm in sessions, I'm doing like usually 6 hours at a time, maybe 2 blocks a day, right? So I don't get the time to just fart ass around on the gram, right? I do sometimes, but like putting posts up or not, I don't get to do that.
Now you're going to fart us.
I'm gonna fart ass around. I'm gonna do some shit. I think. I actually
quality content, not just
not quality content.
gibberish.
Just like random shit. Like here's me in my lounge room. Like no, actual shit. So I think I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I've got a whole bunch of books at home I'm gonna read.
Yeah.
But a whole bunch of planning as well.
Actually, I did get a couple of new ones that I was going to...
What did you get?
So one of my strength clients, Nadia, who runs the Cafe Clement and Heron here in Adelaide, she gave me 2 books. I can't remember where I put them. But
I reckon we could if we matched it against some of the old episodes, we could find them.
we definitely could.
We just
could.
be different.
I'll have to
Yeah.
stay with me. I'll look at them at some point. But yeah, I might have to get into those books. I've read pretty much all these as is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might have to do that as well. Look at a couple of books. There are some articles I want to read on some journal articles. I want to get into that.
I got one up on my computer at the moment.
Do you, what is it?
It is understanding the head coach's role in team sport athlete development. And I haven't gone through it yet.
Have you read any of it yet?
I've read the heading
The
and then
abstract.
a little bit of it. It's basically explaining, from what I can see, like I said, the heading and then that little bit before I didn't scroll even. I just, save that. But basically how the head coach has an effect upon athlete development within the team setting. And I'm not sure what it includes in regards to whether they talk about performance coach as well or whether they talk about just the head coach and relationships and communication. So I'm looking a lot at that at the moment. There's a couple of great books. I think I mentioned before on the podcast that I'm going to be back going through in this time with the things that were planned that I was gonna be doing from next week, and basically going through that and then putting some stuff out there on that, and blowing some other shit up soon. So, but now I've got time to like redefine what I'm doing and making sure that I can go over everything and make sure it's all sorted.
One thing I've been wanting to do, you know, I've got time right now, and no uni as well, so I finished my degree.
Congrats!
Thanks, man. Cheers. Huge honour.
I'm still clapping.
Achievement of my life. So now I've got time with no uni, no work really as such. We wanted to do a scientific approach to warm-ups and do up like my own version of the FIFA 11 for on-court sports.
Ooh, can you put a little bubble above my head? Like, ooh, that's sick.
So,
can you talk us through a little bit more?
No.
Can you talk us through the rationale behind that?
Behind it? Well, obviously FIFA 11 is based on field sport and soccer specifically.
FIFA 11 is a soccer-specific warm-up protocol that they put out, I think, about 5 years ago. That has been, for those who do it, has been shown to reduce instance of injury in the teams that undertake it.
Is it specifically based around knees, or is it just injury in lower limb in general?
Lower limb in general.
Okay.
And there's based on lower limb in general, and in particular, I think that there's other studies have been done on ACLs in particular.
Yeah.
I think 76% was ACL. So correct me if I'm wrong, please. But it's basically been shown to help that. But what they've done recently, mid this year, and I commented on Twitter, they were like, as part of the FIFA program, which is 24-minute warm-up protocol, which is like activations, mobilizations, running, sprinting, bounding, etc., right? Building the body up. What they've done is they've gone, well, actually, of the 3 sections that you're supposed to do, it works best if you take this section and do it at the end of training, which is like the strength and plyometric stuff. And I was kind of like...
I saw that today, actually.
Did you? Dude,
Yeah.
it's been out for like 6 months. Right?
I've probably seen it before, but I know I read something, just a headline today on that.
Yeah, so I've been commenting on Twitter, like, my little, like, salty comment was like, bruh, pretty sure good sports trainers or strength coaches worth their salt have been doing this anyway.
Training after training. We live resistance after training.
But just like I'm just saying, like it's anecdotal, but we've been doing it.
Yeah.
No, no. Anyway, so FIFA 11's that. The Murph 11 Plus, go.
Oh, Murph 11.
Bam.
I'll look into that.
Bam.
What does FIFA stand for?
It's a French word for Federation of International Football
yeah.
Association or some shit like that.
I have to work out as an acronym
For Murph.
for Murph.
Messed up.
Random.
No, messed up rehab protocol here.
We'll rethink that one.
Yeah.
We'll keep it. We'll put it out there and see if we come up with something better. So yeah, basically, obviously, there's one for soccer now. I know there's one for netball. I don't remember the name of it though. But I think there was one for basketball. Obviously, I know the sport quite well. Been around it for quite a while now, a long time now. I think it'd be good to put something out there, starting off here in SA, get it out to all the local teams, just about how to warm up properly, how to activate the proper muscles for specific basketball or on court, so netball can still use it on court injuries.
Bro, I'm a double fisted. That sounds sick.
That's something we're looking at doing in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. You know what? We could take a tangent. Right, we could take a tangent here.
Tangentialize.
Tangentialize, episode 7. Check that shit out. I do too much of the editing. On why you think the Murph 11 Plus is needed. I'm going with it.
I don't know if it's 11 plus, but it's...
Well, the FIFA 11 Plus is the actual name of the protocol.
Yeah, so why 11 plus?
Because I'm just taking the 11 plus out of the FIFA one and put the Murph in front of it. And so then people can associate, it's something to do with 11 plus like the FIFA one. I wonder what this is. Maybe it's about basketball. Dude, I'm hyped.
23 because the GOAT. The 23.
Murph 23 plus?
The 23 perpetual.
The 23 perpetual. Ooh.
Chucking ideas out.
Okay. Yep.
What were you saying?
I just got hype on that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was going to say we can tangentialize.
Yeah.
Because my question was,
Yes.
why do you think the 23 perpetual is necessary for basketball?
So basketball is, look, compared to, this is a good question actually. One for you because you're obviously more involved in the soccer world than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think basketball sits in relation to football? Obviously the top. There's
As an
nothing's ever
AFL football?
Even I would say football in general, right?
As
Across
in,
all
what do you mean?
age groups, levels.
Oh, so I mean Australian rules football.
Yeah.
Because we got like football, soccer, NFL, whatever.
We're in Australia, so football.
Right,
is
doesn't
football.
matter. We branching out. We branching out.
The oval bowl sport
Okay.
of football
Yep.
is definitely the top. Where
Yep.
would you say soccer second, third, fourth?
For what?
Popularity and investment.
Well, soccer's
of-
most popular.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Don't know.
Right.
No, Australia. I'm talking about Australia.
Rugby. Rugby.
Really?
I think rugby. Netball is I think top, and then I don't know the numbers as of like fucking November 17, 2020, right? But I believe there was like it was netball, and then it was like soccer, football. I'm not sure what status. Rugby, basketball, up
Okay.
there. Cricket.
So the reason I was asking, because basically there's not enough emphasis on injury prevention for basketball, not enough emphasis on the sports science, the strength conditioning for basketball itself.
Interesting.
There's too many, in my opinion and my point of view so far, there's too many just, we'll just do a strength program, good to go, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've, like in the top leagues of the NBL, I've seen other coaches, other strength coaches do great jobs in the warm-up side of things. I still think it lacks a little bit there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just, I think because it's so new
Yep.
to that world
Yep.
compared to, I know Adelaide United have had strength coaches and sports scientists for a long time. I know AFL for a long time. What's that look for?
I'm like, don't show any emotion.
Okay.
I'm like, poker face. Fuck
And
it.
basketball, still sports science is, what's that? It's coming, it's very slow. I know my first season there was the introduction of the Catapult System.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much all teams went, I don't see any point of this, we're not going to use it.
Was that financial though?
Financial for who?
As in, like, was it a financial decision they decided to go with it, or was it a...
It was free. So
financial.
Catapult donated it.
Wow.
They said,
okay.
here, this is our sponsor
That's
to
massive.
you, we want you to use this. And I think it was I'm not 100% sure, I think it was a 3-year deal. And then from there, we want you to pay for it if you see value.
Oh my
So the
lord.
first season I was there, we didn't use it because we sort of went, it was only me, so I had to be basically wear all caps, and I just didn't have time to do all the sports science.
So Catapult, for those that don't know, is a load management system.
Accelerometers.
Where you can track athlete data to ensure that they're, or to determine where they're at in regards to their exertion levels, to put it very
Basically, assess player loads and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Second season, was that when I got Mitch? So Mitch came in, our sports scientist of the Sixers then, and started to bring things in, but everyone's a bit like, I don't really know what this is, not too sure.
Yeah.
We just sort of like dribbled it in. My third season here was full on, and we really got to use a lot and saw a lot of value in it. He's actually starting to work out something called the equation to win. So exactly what it took, what numbers we had to hit to make sure we got to win. 100%, if we did this, we would win. Unfortunately, they didn't bring him back in our fourth season, and all that fell apart.
It sounds like you're selling me on a magic pill here. The equation to win.
Well, let me
run me through that more.
Let me run you through it more. So
don't
basically,
try and fuck us around on a podcast and call you out on it.
Okay. So the equation to win was basically Mitch come to me one day. This is Mitch Burridge, who I'm pretty sure last time I heard was with Port Power. I'm not sure if it's still there with all the COVID shit going on, but Mitch Burridge with Port, also at Lululemon. Shout out, I don't know.
It was weird. All right.
That's where he works.
Right then.
Sponsorships. Is that what you're wearing at the moment? Bit of Lily?
No, man. This is a little bit of Kmart.
Okay.
Keep going. Fuck it.
So, the equation to win, he comes to me one day and said, look, Murph, we've got a fair bit of data now, about a season and a half or just under a season and a half worth of data. Even though we didn't use it, he just kept taking it because he wanted this for his own experience.
Okay.
I've got all this data now and I'm starting to see patterns, which is what all this data's for. Data's are for patterns. I'm starting to see patterns emerge that starting to give me an idea of what it takes for us to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think Joey would be interested in, Joey, head coach at the time for the Sixers, would he be interested in knowing exactly what data we need to hit to guarantee us a win?
Guarantee's a strong word, but okay, go on.
And obviously based on data.
Get it.
So, data is, it's just numbers on paper at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously other things can happen in the real world, but
this is what
patterns
there's a
show.
correlation between this data set and
Exactly.
then our success rate.
Like
that one?
No, you want to say it again?
There's a correlation between this data set and our success rate.
Write it down. So I said, yes, I'm sure Joey wants to know what it takes for us to win.
Uh-huh.
And basically, I can't remember the exact metrics or whatever he came up with, but it was if you achieve these numbers in this category, plus this category, plus this category, plus this category, equals win.
Okay.
Every time, like 100% success rate if we hit these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And again, obviously there's all these other numbers in the background that can start to come into it and affect
Mm-hmm.
those. But based on everything so far, we hit these, we win every time.
Mm-hmm.
So that can sort of gear the training in different ways to make sure we can achieve
that. Was where my question was going.
Yeah. So basically we can modify our program to make sure we hit these numbers or to push us towards
These
hitting
are
those
games.
numbers.
This is data sets and games, though, right?
Games.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't really win training sessions.
No, exactly right. But what I'm saying is,
Yes.
when you're talking about modifying data sets, when you're talking about modifying training loads or
Based on
styles
game
based
data.
on game data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the equation to win.
And what Joey say?
He said, I'll have a look at it. That's as far as I got.
Another tangent. We won't go there for now.
Another one for another day. That's all I got off that one. And then again, my fourth season, and this is probably another whole tangent again, but the sports science department fell apart due to not wanting to invest in team, and that's it.
Hang on. The sports science department fell apart.
Because the team didn't want to invest in it anymore.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying
still
is
had,
that...
so Catapult actually ended up extending the contract. We said, we're going to give you another year.
Wow.
And then the Sixers went, no, we're not going to use it.
Yeah. And it's really interesting you say that because I'm going to hype my Twitter account again because I've been like bored the last couple of days, been tweeting shit, retweeting shit. I literally retweeted a post that I saw come up from Liverpool.
This is about quarterbation.
My boys, not about quarterbation. Check Twitter feed, you'll see that. But about there's a Ox Chamberlain, right? One of the players for Liverpool soccer team was in the gym doing a box jump. They had a photo, him starting the jump, and then they had a photo, him ending the jump.
Was it like Cortez jump?
It was not like what this jump. It was like yay high, not like yay high. And all had like it was that photo was cool, and then obviously the gym in the background, whatever. But he was the focus, right? And there was just like some like back at it or getting back at it or something, right? And I retweeted it, and I was basically like, oh shit, look at this, a professional soccer player in the gym, because it's a very similar idea around getting players in the gym, right? For basketball, you know. So I was like being sarcastic. It's like, check it out. Maybe there's something in this sports science thing. Blah blah blah.
So soccer players don't like getting in the gym.
Not in general. And the thing is, like from the overarching, like the league, and then like the style of coach we have or style coach we're developing. I imagine it's the same with basketball. It's like it's not valued. And does that come from, you know, sports scientists, strength coaches, performance coaches, not pushing or showing the value? Or does it come from a lack of, you know, financial resources? You know, this is a discussion we could debate on for a long time, right? For a long time. But it's the same thing. You know, I've had coaches say to me, like now, no, I don't believe in that type of training.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, this is how I made money the last 14 years, and here's my success rates, here's the data. If they choose to go, I'll look at it later, I'm not going to look at it, or, you know, tell me in 3 years.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do with that. So,
I think data's extremely important. I also think it can be very easily overused.
I want to add a caveat to that.
Yep.
Data is important if
In the right context.
you are
using the
extrapolating from that data
Yep.
to derive and drive real world outcomes.
You got to repeat that one again.
Data is extremely important if you're using it to derive and drive real world outcomes. So are you determining? You didn't think I'd get it, right? You didn't think I'd get it.
I'm just loving that little spiel.
All right, we're gonna put that up and we're gonna fucking make a little thing, right?
Yep.
But basically, with the data side of things, it's important if you're going to utilize it and you're going to use it. You can
There's
take
no point having numbers on pages.
correct, right? But what is that for a coach or for a team? It's like, what does this mean?
And coaches don't care about numbers. They care about what the numbers
Some do,
mean.
some do. They care what numbers mean. Okay, yeah, fair. I get it. Yeah.
So basically, one thing Mitch was doing well towards the end of his time with us was, because in the beginning he was like, here's all the numbers, here's the numbers. I'm like, cool, but no one wants to see this.
What does it mean?
Because Mitch loved numbers.
That's why he's a sports scientist.
Loved numbers. Love numbers. But coaches want to see a report on what the numbers mean. Like an easy equation to win. This equals this sort of thing.
Yep.
Or this means a player's doing this, so now do this. So yeah, I think numbers are extremely important with your big spiel, what you just said there. We'll put it up again if you need to. But I think sometimes that they're overlooked. The importance on them, the importance placed on them is too great. And then you forget the coaching side of things and understanding your athlete side of things.
Yep.
And I think that's the big issue with some sport codes is they're going, numbers say this, so we must do this.
Yeah,
I think
I've seen it recently. Yep.
Numbers say this, but for this player, he's like this. Maybe we should do this.
How do we adjust?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen it recently with female teams, which is good, that the load management and or injury management has been utilized to the nth degree. Okay, cool. From these numbers, or from what we've seen you've done in the past, or from the GPS, or whatever it may be, at 25 minutes of training, we're going to take you off.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you're training and how you're feeling, whatever, right?
Because 25 minutes could be too much some
Arbitrary
days.
number, could be, yeah.
And nowhere near enough some other days.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so you've got to use that to drive it forward. So my question then is, what data then are you going to be using for the Murph 23 Perpetual?
Oh, good question. I guess the first thing I'll be looking at is what are the most common injuries in basketball, in court sports in general. You can pretty much safely say knees would be up there with number one. Ankles.
Knees number one?
I would say so. What would you
I
think?
would say ankles.
Yeah, I'm going to argue it, but we'll see. I'll look at the
I'm going to
data.
find some data.
We're going to look at the data and see.
Find conflicting data.
Yeah. So knees and ankles 1 and 2. We'll see. I would say calf, lower limb injury, lower limb injury.
Okay. You
would
mean
be
mean that ankle?
no,
Or
like
the
calf, soleus, Achilles, that sort of area. Hamstrings, I don't think would be a huge one, although they're there. Adductors, like osteitis pubis, that sort of stuff. Jumper's knee. Again, it's a knee injury anyway.
Yeah.
So look at all those and then place an importance on the hierarchy of them into my program.
How? I just want to push now.
Okay.
How?
I haven't started this program yet.
I'm gonna make you think now. Like before you put your fucking one letter on the keyboard, you need to be thinking in your head. Josh is gonna question the shit out of this. All right.
You're my peer review.
Which you know. How is this warm-up protocol going to help that outside of trainings, modifying trainings and games? How is it going to help better than what they're doing at the moment? Why would I invest in a 23 perpetual?
I kind of like the name of that. Why would you invest? Well, I guess it's court specific. Number one, because I'm going to make it court specific. It's not going to be a field sport one. Court specific. Number two, look, I'm going to have to go away and think this over further. I know it's needed. I don't know exactly why it's needed, but I know that's a lacking area in this sport.
Okay. I won't push anymore.
Do you have anything in your head that you want to...
No, I just wanted to know, right? So in your mind, how does a 10 to 15, 20 minute warm up, right? How is that relatively small component, 12 to 15% of a training session, how is that component going to assist in what we're doing here?
Well, ideally it's injury prevention.
Yeah.
Injury risk prevention.
Yeah.
Injury prevention. Yeah. That's the big umbrella thing here, is we want to minimize that risk of injury.
Mm-hmm.
So by mobilizing certain joints, muscles, by activating certain joints, muscles is going to minimize that risk of injury.
That's what I wanted.
That's okay.
That's
cool.
what I wanted.
Usually to word it differently to make it make sense in here.
I know.
Essentially, that's what we're looking to do. That's
It's
what I'm looking to do.
basically what I was looking for. Is like, it's a preparatory phase.
Yeah.
That leads into this.
Yeah.
That's simple.
So what I used to call it with the Sixers was, and with sporting teams now, it's the prep to perform before the warm up.
Before the warm up.
Before the warm up.
Okay. I thought this was the warm up.
So now there's sections in a FIFA.
This is stage 1. Okay.
There's sections in a Murph 23 perpetual.
I'm asking you to like basically fucking put it out.
I have to rewatch this and then everyone will be just plaster the wall.
I'm excited for it. No, and I think it's necessary.
Well, yeah, it is.
The difference in approaches, I think now. So you're talking about from a field perspective. From a core perspective. And you're saying this is needed because of this. So what you're assuming, you're under the assumption there's nothing there. Fantastic. I don't even know. And you know that there's a FIFA 11 plus there. So when I ask you that question, because I get asked from coaches, how's this going to help that, right? And so what I do is I'm looking to re-adapt and redevelop and look at a different way of prescribing the FIFA 11, right? So I'm not going to go, oh, here's the FIFA 11, it's perfect in its design, because it's fucking not.
Yep.
Right? I'm looking to go, all right, there are components of this which are good, and we're going to basically mash this down and then spit it out in another format, this is what I do, to that team at that time,
And that's what I want to do with
the 23 perpetual.
M23P.
Yep. You know, it's a thing if it's like an acronym, right? It's a thing now.
This has developed so far. That's what I want to do with it, is make it not so you have to do exactly like this. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, again, I haven't done this yet.
No.
Here's 3 areas. Build it up how you see fit for your team.
Yeah, okay.
And according to your training schedules.
Yep.
Maybe go, okay, here's something you need to take home and do before you come to training.
Uh-huh.
Here's what you do when you come to training. Here's what you do as you're standing around in layup lines waiting for your turn to lay up the ball.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, you've got a full half hour to do all this stuff. Get it all done right now.
Yep.
So I want to build this thing up in sections and then go, look, here's how you can run this. Option A, here's option B, here's option C, here's option D. Pick what works for you. And then run with it. That way it's going to suit the kids, the middle-aged, intermediate, the advanced level, the very top, the pros. And that basically, I want it to be able to go across the board to every court sport, and they go, yep, we can pick this up and just run with it as it is.
Yep.
Because it's so many variables and options to it.
I like how broad you've been to in describing it now. That's pretty much it. I was going to say, I like how broad you've been in describing it without giving us any details of what you want to do. I like it. I'm expecting it in 7 days.
7 days.
Post shutdown.
I'm about to do first draft in 7 days.
I'm going to hold you to it.
Okay.
Done. I love it.
I've got 6 days of nothing ahead of me, so we can get stuck into that.
No, it's fair. Right, it's fair. I like it. And I think it'll, if you can put it out in a way that people see value, right, it will blow up. If there's nothing there right now.
What's the biggest fear of an athlete, from an athlete?
I don't know. I haven't been an athlete for like 31 years.
But you know of them for a long time. It's been that long. What's an athlete's biggest fear?
Probably not playing.
Injury.
Is it injury?
Injury, without a doubt.
I don't think it's injury.
You don't reckon?
Oh, I don't think it's injury because I don't think they.
so.
I don't think they, in general, they think about getting injured, right?
After this, we're both going to put up a story on Instagram.
Yep, done.
What is,
An
to
athlete.
all athletes, or to any, we'll just put it to everyone.
Yep.
What do you believe in is an athlete's biggest fear? We need to do a poll.
Little comment. No.
That's
Little comment box.
No leading questions.
Little
You
comment box.
What's your biggest fear?
No,
Okay.
because I don't think it
Then
would
we'll
be
grab this
injury.
clip and put it on there, and then we can describe.
And
it
we can put the poll results up, and
Yes.
we can. This is like Inception shit
Yes.
because like I wouldn't know I'm gonna write, put it in the gram, and then when you're watching this, or
It would have already happened.
it already happened, but you're gonna see it like right now. I'm so whack like that. Yes, this is great.
COVID, yes.
Yeah. But I would push back and say I don't think it's injury. I think it would be lack of playing or
Well, that's injury, right?
no. Because you can not play.
I'm clear.
You were clear yesterday.
What have I done today?
I don't fucking know what you
Spent
done.
time with you.
You went to the bank.
I didn't go to the bank.
Oh, thank God.
Because
Right.
the other shit happened.
Alright, I feel okay then. I've got players right now not playing, not because they're injured, but because of other factors. And so I don't
COVID?
think, because I don't think COVID is that's not a thing you can, athletes' biggest fear is COVID, right? I think it'll be not playing and not doing what they want to do, right? My biggest fear is not having the gym shut. My biggest fear is not being able to do what I love.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I think it's the same thing.
I'm still got injuries.
We're going to see on a poll. We're going to poll this shit
We're
up.
going to poll it up.
So many polls. There's going to be so many polls.
No poll, just questions.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. I'll take it back. No poll, just questions.
Just questions.
This question. Yeah, okay, cool.
On that note,
On that note, shall we bounce another beer?
another beer and question time.
And question time. Bam. See you later.